Hey everyone, so after having over 200 hours in this game, I can safely say I got good. Hey again everyone, I just wanted to make a quick follow-up review of Elden Ring after playing it for a little and see if my opinion on it has changed. The last video I made on it, I didn't finish the game, but after having some character development, I could definitely say I got better. Also, I'm going to refrain myself from screaming this video because the last time I did, my throat hurt more than the last time I hung out with my homies, and no, I will not elaborate further. So, did my opinion on Elden Ring change? Do I still think it's a masterpiece? Why did my dad leave? All these questions, except the last one, will be answered in this video. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. When I made that last Elden Ring video, I was in the early to mid game, so I will be sharing my thoughts on the end game. The sudden spike in difficulty surprised me more than a squirrel realizing his entire crib was stolen. If anything, I should be over leveled by now. And until this point, I wasn't having a hard time with the game. It wasn't until I got to Mountaintop of the Giants where the game decided to make me an abuse victim. This place sucked big ol' monkey peen. The only good thing was hearing this guy literally busting a nut right in front of me yelling about chaos.
May chaos take the world. May chaos take the world!
I would tell you more about this place, but this area really wanted me to feel like Stevie Wonder because I could not see a goddamn thing. Anyways, back to more important matters, like Fire Giant's succulent feet. I mean, Melania's mommy, Mountaintop of the Giants. But yeah, this place just was not it, and I couldn't find anywhere to relax and just have some peace and quiet. I mean, just look at this side of Grace. After I was done with Mountaintop of the Giants, I stumbled upon this little town with enemies that kept vanishing just like girls do to me, and I was at the Halleck Tree. I ended up killing myself, in the game, not in real life unfortunately, because I would fall off the damn branches, and when I finally was able to get past that part, the game decided to remind me how much of a little bitch boy I was. After enduring all that goofy ass shit, I was able to make it to the base of the Halleck Tree, where I was fighting for my fucking life. This one part here was really twisting my milkers because I had to deal with this thick boy and the assholes using the arrows. The only way I was even able to make it past all that nonsense was to use Usain Bolt straight into this hallway, but even that was a problem because these villainous rapscallions were more persistent than my depression. But after many tears and punched walls later, I finally made it through and killed everything. Little old me was getting abused by the most annoying enemy in the game, and I was about to call CPS for what they were doing to me. I was on the verge of becoming a villain, so I summoned someone to help me out. You may be saying,
"Oh, this area is optional, you're doing this to yourself."
Yeah, shut up. When you talk, all I hear is we barely made progress, and then I died again. At this point, I could barely see from all the tears in my eyes, but I somehow found the same person again, and we actually beat it the second time. After some more exploring, I made it to the most infamous boss fight in the game, Mommy Melania. And I'm pretty sure my lifespan was cut in half after this fight, and it was definitely my villain origin story. It took me a day to finally beat her, and the only reason it did was because of the waterfowl move she would use. If she did not have that, it would have taken me far less time to actually beat her, but I was able to get it down after a few deaths. The sheer joy I felt the moment she died will be unforgettable, and I did like how it was the only boss that made me strategize and plan what I should use against her. I even tried leveling up my intelligence to see if that would help at all, and I can confirm right here right now that leveling up intelligence did not in fact make me more smarter. After this, I went to the subterranean shunning grounds, which is also what I call my room, and I fought Moog, and I absolutely mogged him. Afterwards, I faced the hardest boss in the entire game, the platforming section. I now have a week left to live after this, and I became a full-blown villain. After I made it through that bullshit, I saw absolutely nothing worth saving in this world, and I just wanted it to burn, so without question, I stripped my clothes and bent over spreading my cheeks for the frenzy flame. This whole underground sewer area was just a maze of tunnels and actual fucking bullshit. It made the depths from Dark Souls 1 look like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese. The next area though was one of the coolest, and that's Farum Azula. I already knew I was going to get screwed in the ass raw because within the first 5 minutes, I already was fighting a dragon with an identity crisis because he really thought he was Thor throwing around lightning at me. After some more exploring, I came across Godskin Duo, and they really do remind me of my foreskin, but that's besides the point. They really weren't too bad, they ain't shit compared to Smoke and Ornstein. Only took me a second, which is how long I last in the bedroom. I'm just kidding, I don't get bitches. After exploring and finding another dragon, I had to fight another boss, which I won, but it didn't matter because I lost any ounce of happiness I had left afterwards. After more exploring, I found another boss, Beast Clergyman, and I almost had it my first try. His first phase wasn't a problem. It was his second phase that made me make an appointment to see a therapist because I died a lot. I did receive some drip after killing him, but it will never make up for the mental sanity he took from me. This area was a lot better than Mountaintop of the Bullshit and the Sewers, not to mention one of the most beautiful boss fights in the entire game, Dragonoid Placid Suax. I don't know if I said that right. I mean, look at this. What the fuck is even happening here? This fight is something I will not forget, truly a top 10 fight of all time. Afterwards, I headed back to Lindell, which is now in ruins, just like my mental stability, and I was faced with Gideon the All-Knowing. But I guess he didn't know he was a little bitch, because I beat him pretty easily. Not too far ahead, I met the Chad himself, Godfrey, and his first phase wasn't too bad. It wasn't until his second phase where he thought we were in WWE, because he wanted all the hands. But he didn't know I played SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, so there really was no contest. Then we get to the final boss, Radagon, and his entrance is pretty badass, along with the music. It's a more epic version of the main menu music, and I was hyped to beat his ass, but then I realized my controller died, so he ended up just kicking my ass, and then I just stood there taking it. He wasn't easy, but I didn't die for him often. But what I did die to mostly was the fucking Elden Beast. I didn't expect to fight a giant alien, but here we are. It really is a majestic boss fight, and it felt like I was fighting something not from this world. It was beautiful. Too bad Elden Beast keeps running away from me more than girls do. Half the time I was chasing the bitch, which was pretty annoying. I love the design of Elden Beast, but this fight was longer than the CVS receipt. After I literally killed a god, I then destroyed the world because this place caused me nothing but pain, and if I can't be happy, nobody can. After completing the game, I don't really think it drops in quality. I really did enjoy all the bosses aside from Elden Bitch, and the only main complaint I had in the game was the sudden difficulty spike. Other than that, I loved every minute of the game. The NPCs were memorable too. Tanith over here munching on the Serpent King like he's a large order of french fries, Golden Mask with its infinite wisdom. The PvP is also super fun, and while I am going to get to the other endings of the game, a lot of my time has been spent playing duels and helping out other players with the bosses. I remember in my other Elden Ring video I was trash, but I'm not too bad. Invasions are hit or miss. The host will just be AFK farming, and they'll just summon a hunter to kill me. But since nobody likes AFK farmers, the hunter and I will just become friends, which is not supposed to happen. Do I still think the game is a masterpiece? Yes. The sheer amount of playstyles make the replay value insanely high. Some of my favorite videos is seeing people try to finish the game in the wackiest ways they can. The world is fun to explore, and the lore is interesting too. For example, if you listen closely, and if you missed it, it's okay because it's easy to miss. This woman is called Melania, and she is indeed the Blade of Miquella. Well, those are my final thoughts on Elden Ring in this follow-up video. This is one of those games I will be playing for a long time, alright? So what did you think? Did you agree with anything I said in this video? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching.